Okay. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for just giving us the ability to be able to get together virtually so that we can see each other, we can visit, and we can train. Thank you for this day, the blessings that have been in it, the lessons that have been in it. And I pray for everybody that they have joy and peace in their hearts. Um, I also just pray for Angela to have the words to teach us and just give her the wisdom and the knowledge that she needs to do it. And I pray over each and every one of us to have abundance. And in your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Yep, today is September 23rd, and we will do a little reco here. I did get some accomplishment sheets from Jody and Dawn and Laura. And so for sales wise, Jody had a $268 week, and Laura had a $593 week, and Dawn had a $666 week. So that's awesome. Um, and I guess you had told me, Dawn, and now I already forgot. You said you had some faces that you had booked from previous something, didn't you?
I have a party this upcoming Saturday with
Okay,
7 people, but
okay,
my hostess was one of the people who was in the contest. So,
okay.
the contest is providing momentum
Yeah,
for
for your sales.
some upcoming bookings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, and I had $755 in sales, which I didn't realize I had that much until I counted it up. And you know what some of mine is because people got their lookbooks last week. And so I had some people order because they got their lookbooks. And then, so I had a couple of reorders that were really good because I actually didn't have faces this past week when I really went back and looked at it. Because, I was taking Saturday off and I was like, ah. But I think I got some of those orders because they got their books and I didn't necessarily sell the new things, but it made them think they wanted Mary Kay. So, so that was good. And I do the pink perks sometimes. Sometimes I don't send that out, but that's the little thing where if they spend 50, they get 50% off if they spend at least $50. So I had three ladies that did that. They wanted to spend enough so that they could get their 50% off. So that was good. So that kind of boosted some sales. One thing was 50% off. So, and then Alexandra had messaged me today and she had 3 power hours. So that's awesome. Power hours is where everything starts. It's where we get the bookings and the faces and the sales. So that is great. Does anyone else have anything they want to share that was positive, whether it was Mary Kay or otherwise from the past week? Anything good? Is it getting fallish in St. Louis? It's kind of getting fallish here, but it's been
No,
pretty warm.
no, and we're going to be in the 80s next week.
I haven't looked to see here. It's supposed to only be 70 tomorrow here, which is cooler than we've had. It was a little cooler today, but it gets warm in the afternoon. So I don't know. I just want some fall. I don't want it to be like warm and then winter. So yeah, Jody's probably not happy. 70 tomorrow, 75 on Thursday. 70s are like perfect, I think. I know. I don't know. I like it. Anyway, okay. Well, okay, if nobody has had anything else to share, Dawn, do you want to talk about your product knowledge for tonight? And you can tell me when you want me to share the screen.
Oh, so I'm going first.
I'm going to let you go first and
Ah,
give you plenty of time. No, you can do it.
and I I forgot to tell you earlier, I remembered in the middle of the night. I was like, oh, I'm on product knowledge tomorrow. So I had to wake up and decide what I was doing today.
Well,
And so actually what I'm going to talk about is more of a focus on a particular product ingredient that's kind of important because this product ingredient happens to be in 12 of our products. So before I even tell you the ingredient and share a whole bunch of kind of fun details, I'm just going to mention the products that this that are involved with this ingredient. It's one of our boosters, the niacinamide and ferulic acid, our daytime defender and our 4-in-1 cleanser and our antioxidant moisturizer from the TimeWise line have this ingredient in it, as well as the TimeWise eye cream, our CC cream, our matte and luminous foundations, our clear proof oil-free moisturizer, our TimeWise nighttime recovery has this ingredient in it, as well as the MK Men's Ultimate Moisturizer, the Moisture Renewing Gel Mask, and the Targeted Action Toning Lotion. So the big reveal is we're going to talk about niacinamide tonight, because that's, I mean, it kind of comes up a lot. It's a buzzword. So if, you know, when you're talking with your customers, somebody tells you some of their concerns about their skin that they want to focus on, after we learn together tonight all the things that niacinamide addresses, I think you'll be in a better position to be talking about a lot of those products to be helpful for your customers. So niacinamide is different from niacin. They both are B3. They're in different forms and they work differently in our bodies, in our skin. Okay. So I went out and I did a little research, and here's what I found. The definition that I found from Google for niacinamide says that it's another form of vitamin B3 that you can obtain from supplements or from a B3 rich diet. Your body can also convert an amino acid into niacinamide. So is niacinamide the same as niacin? Not exactly. As forms of the same vitamin, they both provide B3 activity and they have overlapping benefits. However, they have different chemical structures and play different roles in the body. For example, niacinamide is especially versatile and well suited for addressing skin concerns. I read here that both niacin and niacinamide support skin health, but niacinamide is more popular as a topical skincare ingredient due to its ability to support multiple skin types and conditions. Here's what it can do for your skin. So this is, I'm still reading from an independent article that I found out on Google, and then we're going to talk about something that I picked up from Brenda Austin. But getting back to what niacinamide can do for the skin. It can reduce sensitivity. It can fade hyperpigmentation, which we knew that when we learned about the booster. It improves skin barrier function. And it softens fine lines and wrinkles. So we often talk about other products softening fine lines and wrinkles. I did not have it in my head that we can associate niacinamide with that as well. But the article says niacinamide stimulates collagen production, resulting in smoother, more youthful looking skin. Research shows that using 5% niacinamide twice daily for 3 months can significantly reduce fine lines and wrinkles and improve elasticity. It regulates oil production. When oily, acne-prone skin is stripped of its natural oils, it produces more oil to compensate for the loss. Niacinamide regulates oil production while providing ample hydration, resulting in a balanced complexion with less noticeable pores and blemishes. So pretty much the same information, but stated a little bit differently. It was on this PDF that I snagged from a Brenda Austin posting. It caught my attention. I'm like, oh, I know niacinamide is such a buzzword regarding the, you know, our skincare ingredients. So I went and I saved this. And so here, this flyer basically is calling out 9 different things about niacinamide. So I don't know if you guys want to continue to hear my voice and have me read through some of this, or just know that it's out there on the unit page for your reference. And if you want to study up on all these things that niacinamide does, and then it will help you understand how our products tie in with this, or the ingredient ties in with our products for these different situations. So that's really was it. Oh, you want me to read it, Jody? I'm happy to.
Okay.
Okay. All right, niacinamide, aka B3. It helps build proteins in skin, locks in moisture, and helps prevent damage. So there's an immunity factor with this. It helps build keratin, which keeps skin firm and healthy. It's a lipid barrier. It helps skin grow ceramide, which helps retain moisture. It also decreases redness and blotchiness. It decreases inflammation, which helps with eczema, acne, and inflammatory conditions. So for that in particular, like I always want people to use our after sun replenishing gel for itchiness. And since customers have raved about how that helps with eczema and things, now I have learned I can talk about our products with the niacinamide as a possible help to them. So this flyer is also talking about decreasing pore appearance. It keeps skin smooth and moisturized, and over time can decrease the size of pores. We just heard that. It also says it regulates oil. It helps regulate the amount of oil from sebaceous glands, and prevents glands from overproducing oil. Okay. Sun damage. It rebuilds healthy skin cells while protecting from UVA rays. Okay, that's important to me. So I'm gonna pay more attention to some of the products with the niacinamide. Hyperpigmentation. It can brighten dark spots, decrease fine lines and wrinkles by decreasing sun damage. Yeah, I mean, we were trained on that booster, particularly the niacinamide and ferulic acid, to address dark spots and hyperpigmentation. Protection against oxidative stress. It builds cells while protecting from environmental stresses like sun, pollution, and toxins. And lastly, the flyer says that it treats acne, especially the inflammatory forms like pustules and papules. It decreases lesions and improves skin texture. So that's a whole lot of what niacinamide and B3 does regarding.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
And so it sounds like, I want to make sure I'm right. Basically, it's in all of the skincare, all of the whole skincare set of TimeWise 3D
Yes.
Miracle Set. And it's in our CC cream, our foundations, the Clear Proof moisturizer, the Men's moisturizer, and the Renewing Gel Mask, right?
And the targeting action
Oh.
toning lotion.
Yeah, and the toning lotion.
So I think, just out of curiosity for me, I didn't go to those products and like pull up those and then see the ingredient lists within it. But
Okay.
I'm going to. I kind of want to see.
Okay, so can we repeat? Okay, so it's in all of the TimeWise Miracle Set,
Yep.
Including
And-
the eye cream.
including the what?
Eye cream.
Okay, and what was between it and the CC cream? Clear Proof something.
Clear Proof moisturizer, Men's moisturizer, CC cream, foundations, Renewing Gel Mask, and toning lotion. Right, Dawn?
Yep.
Did I miss any?
Yep. When you know how we can go out to just plug in an ingredient and it'll pull up all of our products.
Yeah.
I had fun doing that this morning. I was like, well, let me see.
Okay, yeah. And you know, I'd
That's-
forgotten where that was because I was trying to find that for a customer the other day, and it really is helpful. It took
So
me a
here's
minute
where
to
it
find
is. Here's where it is. It's right on the front page, you know, all the different boxes. I went to the one that says ingredients. So
Mhm.
you click on it. And then I really like the visual, the way all of the different ingredients are laid out. So then you can click on that and it brings you up the products. It was like so fast and easy and
Mhm.
very intuitive.
Mhm.
But there's
Yeah,
little,
it took me a while to find it, and it's actually not that hard. Like if you go to products, it is like a little pink box that says ingredients, and you can click on it. So
right, but on a broader basis, the way I just told you, just on the front page, you know, there's my
Oh,
business and the new
oh yeah,
writing,
yeah, yeah.
the box that says ingredients.
Oh, it's
So you
there.
don't need to be hunting down
Oh,
individual products
okay.
like what I did this morning, just to go, what are all the products that have niacinamide in it?
I didn't know it was on the front page. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I got it. Yeah, that's helpful. I mean, it's right in front of our face. Yeah, because I had a customer last week that the doctor told her she's allergic to nickel and cobalt. And I said, I don't think we have any of those. So I looked, I couldn't find it. I actually talked to a person at Mary Kay who was extremely helpful. And she said she had another way she could look it up for me besides what we even have. And she couldn't find nickel and cobalt in anything, which I didn't think we did. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. She's having a lot of issues. Like, she uses all of our repair line and has no issues on her face. But she is having issues like in her neck area and stuff like that. And she's having these weird irritations. And she's like, I really don't think it's from my Mary Kay because my face is fine. And, you know, so she thinks it's like something in her detergent or something. I don't know. But interesting. So I was looking for that last week. So thanks for pointing out it was right on the front page. Because I dug down further and I found it, but the front page would be easier.
You know, it's interesting the way we saw twice where it talks about reducing pore size,
Yeah.
but pore minimizer did not come up in the list. Isn't that interesting? I
Yeah.
kind of want to go see what ingredients are in our pore minimizer.
You know, and our pore minimizer is an older product. I wonder if there was something else besides niacinamide they used before. But it makes me think too, all the struggle with people with acne, you know, like I don't typically say use that booster. That might help to use that booster or even the renewing gel mask. I don't know. It depends too on where it is in the ingredient list, you know, for that
Right.
product, like how active it is, but just a thought.
Yeah, so I have a question. Did you by chance look to see if what the percentage of niacinamide, or is that available on the percentage of niacinamide in our booster?
I didn't even look. I didn't. I just assumed, you know, because each of the boosters only kind of has two main ingredients. I tell people our boosters have heavy concentrations of the specific ingredients per the boost, you know, for each
Yeah.
booster.
That's
And
what I thought
makes,
too.
that's what makes
Mhm.
ours, you know, better and kind of in that clinical solutions dermatological line because of the heavy concentration, but I've never tried to get like a specific percentage, Jody. That's a good question though.
Yeah, I'm looking at the product sheet and it doesn't say.
It seems like I've heard something about why they don't give us the percentage, and now I don't remember. And it's probably something we could ask the company.
Well,
If
they
I
need to
have the
update their sheet because they're referencing retinol 0.5 on it too, so.
Oh, yeah. I have a feeling some of that stuff isn't going to be quite updated. So,
Well, that's interesting. Thank you for that ingredient information.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on going there. I was gonna stretch and try and talk about the apple and almond
oh,
shower set. And then luckily I remembered this flyer. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's gonna be much.
yeah, no, this is really helpful. Yeah, this is helpful. It was good. Thank you very much.
Yeah, had you guys seen it? Seen Brenda's posting on this already?
I didn't notice this one, so
Yeah, I've seen Brenda post on it too. But sometimes I'm scrolling, so I'm not.
hmm
I don't stop all the time. And sometimes her stuff is really long to read, and it's like, yeah, I don't have time to read that.
Well, it caught my attention and I wanted to download her little image, her JPEG.
Yeah.
Then it came back to serve me well. So there you have it.
yeah, no, I think it's really good. Which, okay, so speaking of social media, we're going to talk about social media a little bit tonight because we haven't in a while. And you know, that is, I have to say, it's still an area of growth for me. It's not my strength really, but I am trying to learn more. And so I wanted to relook at, because it's been a little confusing. There was rules that Mary Kay had at one point, and then they changed the rules, and then you're like, what's okay, what's not okay? And sometimes, because I'm such a rule follower, I just don't do anything. So I kind of wanted to revisit their guidelines, and then I want to share with you a couple of people that I've been following that are Mary Kay people. And one of them did a training for the directors at seminar. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about what she said. I think there are two people that would be great for you to follow. The thing that I'm figuring out with social media is it really needs to be authentic and it needs to be you. And so you don't necessarily need to copy these people, but what I like is seeing how they do it. And the one in particular, I was trying to find, I thought I had saved where she said specifically how she decides what to post, and I couldn't find it. But basically, what she does is so like this niacinamide was interesting. It was interesting to figure that out. So, what are questions that are coming up for you with your customers? So, she talks about those things. Or she'll go to Chat GPT and say, what are things that people are wanting to know about skincare? So, so it's sort of like Brenda, like really just educating people. So social media for us has turned into education more than I'm trying to sell you something. And that's where you're going to get a whole lot more exposure to what we do. And so that's kind of where we're going, I think, more with social media, where we used to feel like, oh, you always have to post product. Not necessarily. I mean, and you also want to show your life if you're in the business of wanting to bring other people into your team. So anyway, but let's talk a little bit about the, let me see if I can find it. Oh, did I lose it? Oh no, there it is. Okay. So first, it's been a while since I had looked at this. So we're just going to kind of go through, this is just on Social Media Central on Mary Kay. And the other thing, I think all of you guys that are on here are on the My Mary Kay Facebook page. You have to, I meant to go look that up because I always forget how to get you on there, but you have to do it from Mary Kay in Touch. You have to request to join the My Mary Kay Facebook page. But the My Mary Kay Facebook page is something the company does, and they're doing a lot of training on there related to social media. So it is really helpful to have that. If you're not on there, I'll figure it out. I remember Alexandra, we figured out how to get her on there. I figured out how to get Debbie on there, but I always forget. So I have to go back and find it. But let's look at the guidelines a little bit. And interestingly enough, I feel like I see some people not following this, but I'm not the social media police. I'm not going to be the social media police for you guys either. I'm just trying for my own self to try to follow what the guidelines are. But basically, first is protecting the business model. So the Mary Kay business model is that of direct sales, which means our products are sold at retail to their customers, person to person, away from fixed retail locations. So that means no flea markets, no Amazon, no eBay, no Poshmark or other online stores. Even though sometimes we see that out there, I think they're constantly trying to squash it, but it's constantly an issue. But they said, remember that social media can be used to communicate with your current and prospective customers, but should not become an online retail store from your social media site. And you're not supposed to sell on Facebook Marketplace, online garage sales, or swap meets. And then it talks about if you are doing that, they can kick you out, basically, which we know there's people doing it. And so anyway, important social media platform rules. You should read and comply with the terms and conditions of any social media site. And it says it can differ. I don't know that we're going to do anything that's against Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. But anyway, this was interesting, I thought. Respect others' trade names, trademarks, and intellectual property. So every once in a while, you'll see where someone in Mary Kay will kind of, combine themselves with, Beyonce wears Mary Kay, or Shaun White knows the value of this amazing Korean beauty secret. We are not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to pull other people in. Just as Mary Kay products is intellectual property, so do other brands and celebrities. Please do not use images or videos from other sources and create it like, oh, they love Mary Kay. So sometimes that happens. And they're saying you can get in trouble for that from the other company or the other people too. It says to protect the brand. So I had to look at this because I thought, gosh, do you guys remember when my Instagram account got deleted and they said that I did something wrong and I couldn't ever figure out what I did wrong? Well, I realized too, I had Mary Kay in the name of my Instagram page. I was Mary Kay Gal, which I don't think I was supposed to do that, but I didn't know that I was breaking any rules. So I don't know that that's why Instagram got rid of me. But anyway, it says, so when you're naming your social media accounts, you're not authorized to use any Mary Kay names or trademarks such as Mary Kay or MK when naming your pages or accounts that are not solely dedicated to your Mary Kay business. So like our private group could be called that. And like you have a page, Dawn, so you're okay because that's a business page. That's
So
not your
mine
personal page.
says, in the name of it is Dawn's MK Biz page. You're
I
making
think
me think that I shouldn't have that.
I
'Cause
think
just-
you're okay because that is a business page. If you named like my Instagram was not a business account, it was a personal account. And
Okay.
so I think I was looking at this to see. So if it's a page that is strictly for business only, which that's what yours is, it's not your personal Facebook account. It's a business page. I think it's okay. So, because it says that in here, I was looking at that. So this would include, it says that this would include your personal pages, professional or creator accounts, or any group pages. But yours is a business page, which is different than a group. So I think it's okay. But didn't they help you with that? The company that you,
They didn't help me with the name. They just helped
Okay.
me set it up and then they feed marketing to it.
Okay.
But no, they didn't help me with the name. I made that name up myself.
Yeah, okay. So you could read this to make sure, but I think I saw somewhere if it's a business page used for business only, that's different than a group or your personal account. So, but I don't know. You could look at that. You could look at this and make sure that you feel like you're but I looked at that and I think, so here this says, if it's created from a business page, it says you can have Jane's Mary Kay VIP Beauty Group or Jane Smith Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant because it's a business page. If it's a personal profile, you're not supposed to have Mary Kay in the name. So I think that's the difference. So I think you're okay. Because yours is a page, a business page. So, so that's that. Then communicating about your Mary Kay business on social media. So what can you share? And this is where the My Mary Kay group, they post stuff often about use these words, not use these words, all that kind of stuff, which is kind of helpful. But what they want you to do is be informational. So like this, show the love of Mary Kay product and enthusiasm about your Mary Kay business. You can also include certain calls to actions, such as learn more, for more information, or contact me. But you can't put a discount, you can't put a price, and you can't say buy from me. And you can post about your Mary Kay business, how it fits your life, and share that, how we make our money. It's okay to say that there's up to a 50% profit potential. They said that is fine to say, or you can say, I love this Mary Kay lipstick. But like this one on the don't, should not post a message on her personal social media page that solicits purchasing from her Mary Kay business or offering a discount or special offer. Which I do see some consultants doing this, but we're not supposed to. So just that kind of gives you a do's and don'ts. What can I post on my business or professional account, which can be different than your personal. So you can ask an individual to engage in business with you. You can share the Mary Kay opportunity and build your team. You can include a call to action such as contact me to get yours at a discount. but so like your page, your business page is different than your personal account. And my customer group is private, so I can do whatever I want to in my personal
Angela,
customer group. Yes.
I thought I once learned, I could be wrong, I'm gonna check one of the past trainings, that we can't use the word free and prize and things like that on
I
our,
know. It says, what can I post on my business or professional account?
that's
Um,
surprising to me.
mm-hmm. But that's only like I couldn't go out to my personal Facebook page and say any of that. It has to be so, but I think on your Dawn business page, you can do what you want.
That is so shocking.
I
I'm
know.
gonna have to like really study up on this, because
I know that's why I was re-looking at it. And so, but this is the thing. I mean, and like here it has team building messages. It says solicitations to start a Mary Kay business with you are always considered commercial messages and can only be posted on a business or professional account. So that can only be posted on your business page, not on, even though I'm set up as a digital creator, I still can't post stuff like this on my digital creator personal account because it's not just for business. Now, that's why I have a private group for my customers, and then I don't have to worry because the only people I have in there are the people that, that's how I do it. But yeah, you can look at this to make sure that, it's following the rules. But, and then again, what can I post on my business or professional account? Giveaways, free product, free samples, promotions, or sales. It says that you can. It says special offers must include a start and end date, and you should also review the platform's term of service for any rules regarding special offers. So personal accounts, only informational. Business or professional accounts, you can do informational, commercial, and team building messages. So I think that's really what's changed. It's just you have to make sure it is a business page. And okay. And then this gets into paid ads, which I honestly don't know, how many people are doing paid ads. There is a director out of Lubbock, and I think she's doing paid ads still. I still see her ads come up because she does a lot of things in Amarillo. But like Brenda told me, it was just a waste of her money, that she was getting random people that just wanted free stuff and nobody was actually buying anything. And then you're paying for those ads. So I haven't felt the need to do that. So here is a few additional guidelines. When creating and posting a video on social media, remember that the rules about informational and commercial messages still apply. Do create videos of makeup tutorials or your skincare routine. Always apply product to yourself, not others, which I have been seeing directors and consultants showing how they do wedding makeup and they're putting it on people and it's saying you're not supposed to do that. Provide accurate and safe application information and techniques. Include links to marykay.com or your personal website is fine. Accurately describe your video in the title and description. Don't feature copyrighted music. Do not feature minors or adults who have not authorized you to show them on camera. Do not create videos about team building for non-business accounts such as YouTube. So I've gotten one of my videos taken off YouTube just from our trainings, but I'm just teaching it. I'm not trying to get people to, so I don't know. Do not create videos about promotions or special offers for non-business accounts such as YouTube, and do not mislead or use copyrighted terms in your video's title and description. So don't say this product is better than Botox. And then do not sell or promote non-Mary Kay products or services to your social media following if they fall into one of 4 categories. Another direct sales opportunity, which, I know a lot of you guys are doing like the patches and Mary Kay. I mean, Wendy Masterson has posted about both of them. I know you have too, Jody, so I don't know if I never would have thought that would be an issue, but it does say that, so I don't know if you have to be careful about that. They're not a competing business in terms of skincare, I guess. I mean, maybe they have skincare, I don't know. but it's another direct sales opportunity. So I don't know. So that's an interesting thing I noticed, and I never really thought about that. So something to consider on that. Improper earnings representation, that's probably the biggest thing to get you in trouble, is talking about earnings representation, because that's a big direct sales no-no. And there's been a lot of direct sales companies have gotten in trouble for that, which I do not see that happening very much at all. But that's just the biggest area that we have to be careful. We can't say this is how much money you can make. And see, like this, they don't even want you to say set your own hours, part-time work, full-time, the best prizes, free car. You can't say free car. So you can't say stuff like this that's on the right. Or, oh, okay, this one. Oh, yeah. And then, and I have seen, like, even Kimberly Copeland and Waverly, they show, now I don't know that they're showing the actual amount, but they're showing their tickets after they do their Waverly Way party and how much they, I don't know if they've been putting their actual amount, but that's probably a problem. So you could probably show your tickets and not say what the amount is. So, I mean, it's just good to kind of go through this and see, and then be careful of product claims. You can talk about the benefits, results, or ingredients, but you got to be careful about particular claims to make sure that it's not misleading or inaccurate. And then there's a bunch on career cars. Like, so even when I talked about earning my car, I had to put a little disclosure below it. So you'll see that they put a little disclosure below that, because that's a big no-no too. And then this is interesting. Keywords and concepts you should not use on social media, on the internet. And so I'm thinking sometimes I probably don't realize I might be using some of this stuff. You can't even say be your own boss. So I don't think about that. Career income, debt-free, diamonds. I've probably said diamonds when I'm showing my rings. I'm sure some of us say diamonds. Dollar amounts, driving free, duplicate your income, executive income, financial freedom, financial stability, free car, free trip, guaranteed income, images of money, no car payment. You can't say no car payment. Pay off debt. See, I wouldn't have thought you couldn't say pay off debt. Can't say quit your job, replace your income, 6-figure income, unlimited income, want a car. So, I mean, there's some of this I wouldn't think about, like be your own boss. I wouldn't think about that. So it's kind of good just to kind of remember some of these things. So this is all under Social Media Central if you want to go back through and look at that. I will tell you really quick, the 2 girls that I've watched, and I know the company must be fine with what they're doing because they've utilized both of these girls to teach about social media, but one of them is Rachel Bond. It's Rachel Bond, Bond. On Instagram, she's called Beauty with Bond. And she's the one that did the training at seminar, and I'm going to teach you a couple things she said. And then the other one is, I really like this girl. I don't know what she does, but I tend to watch her more than anyone else. And she usually puts the words on the screen, so it's easier for me to do if I'm just scrolling through, like Jody said. But her name is Sarah, Serah Stephenson, Stephenson. And on Instagram, it's Sarah Stephenson 13. So SerahStephenson. I like the stuff she posts, and she's the one that talks about just trying to, find what do people want to hear about in terms of skincare, and that's what she talks about. Sometimes she does a video on how she's, packs up her product or whatever. She doesn't say how much she makes or anything like that. So that I think is kind of interesting. But some of the tips that Rachel Bond gave us, she's, and one of the things, I've been trying to get some other training, which I'm going to get more of that and I'll teach you guys what I find out. But really, the best way to learn how to do this is to do it, which I haven't been very good at, because the other thing about social media is if you just randomly do it every so often, doesn't really work. Like, you kind of have to have a system for it. So what I'm really wanting to do is practice more in my private group on a consistent basis. Like, I need to come up with a system of doing it, and then maybe I'll get better with it. And then you need to determine who you're wanting to attract. So if, I'm 55, I want to attract customers probably that really want good skincare, that want anti-aging, that would care about what Dawn talked about to us tonight, because they have wrinkles and they have age spots and all that. So probably I'm going to be more on Facebook, because I am trying to attract those people. If you want to attract millennials, you got to be on Instagram. They said 80%, 86% of millennials on social media are on Instagram, and they manage 8 different accounts in different forms or fashions. Millennials are especially on that. And then I think, like, my daughter's age, they're probably more on TikTok, which I'm not even on TikTok. But TikTok's a whole other thing, because you can only do informational stuff on TikTok. That's all you can do on there. And Mary Kay is actually, like, even Rachel Bond told us, she's a millennial. I'm not even really on TikTok that much. She said Mary Kay has a presence on TikTok. They're doing a lot of stuff themselves. So, but it depends on who you're trying to reach, where you want to be. So if you want to do more on social media, think about who you're trying to reach and then focus there. She said, really, your whole goal is just to increase your exposure to what we do. That's how she gets new clients, and that's how she gets new team members. She said, don't do any earnings claims, don't do join me now or whatever. She told us a lot of things called stitches, B-rolls, carousels. That's almost all on Instagram. I had to look up what a stitch was, what a carousel was, what a B-roll was, because I didn't know. So those are things that I think are above where I am, but those are things that are interesting. Let me tell you what she did share with us, though. And I can post this. Had to take a picture of it because she gave us a hard copy at seminar. But she gave us a list of what, I don't know if you guys can see that very good. She gave us a list of what are 6 opportunity post ideas for social media. Like, where should you start? What should you focus on? And she said, number 1 is to showcase the flexibility of your day-to-day life. So she tells you, record short clips of various moments of your day. Just doing that is outside my comfort zone. So that's something I'm going to have to practice, just recording short clips. And she says, includes timestamps to show just how many hours you spend working and how much time you dedicate yourself and to your loved ones. And then your hook idea is, here's how my Mary Kay business fits into my life. Number 2, dispel common myths about Mary Kay products or the company. You can go to the About section on marykay.com to pull great facts about our founder, our strong commitment to sustainability, our product promise, other valuable information, and the hook idea is, this is what I wish I knew before I started my Mary Kay business. Number 3 is highlight the incredible Mary Kay opportunity profit potential. Emphasize that up to 50% profit potential is one of the highest in the direct selling industry, and it's much better than the average affiliate commission, which can range anywhere from 10 to 15%. She seemed to think that was okay to post. I'm like, we can't say be your own boss, but we can say that. So I don't know. But that's helpful. And then number 4, amplify success stories of those who have grown with your mentorship. So she's like, reach out to team members and you guys share photos or videos and kind of combine your stories, or use Just Fits videos from marykay.com. Share how you've grown professionally. And then I was reading this today and I asked Brenda about it. Entertain with shareable and relatable content. If you have a personal account, you can use trending audio and add text overlay to draw more attention to your videos. If you have a business account, it's important only you use the audio license and available in the commercial library. So that was kind of confusing to me. I asked Brenda about it. She said if your personal Facebook profile is set up as a digital creator, it only allows you to use certain songs and things like that. And so she said, you're never going to be able to go past that anyway. So, because I was kind of like, well, how do I know if I'm using something I'm not supposed to use? So, some of this stuff is overwhelming, but I think it's good it is part of what we do. And so I think it's good to understand it more. And I will show you guys real quick, like on the My Mary Kay Facebook page, like this was one of the things that was on there. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Sorry. Let me go back. Okay, so this was one of the things that was on there. 2 types of social media. Sorry, this is like in the way. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry, let me try again. I'm going to show this one because I think it's easier to see. What's hot on Instagram. So it gives you strategies and what are ideas, what are post ideas. Before and after skin transformation, what's inside ingredient spotlight series. So that's kind of like what Dawn shared with us tonight, except for you could do that on social media, kind of like Brenda does. Mini skincare lessons, how to layer Mary Kay products, for example. This kind of just gives you ideas, and this is all on the My Mary Kay Facebook page, which I think is kind of helpful. They're trying to teach us more through that page about social media. Let me see. I think there was one other one. They put this out there too. Where'd it go? I lost it. Right there. This kind of gave you, instead of saying be your own boss, this is what you should say. I love setting my own schedule and being in charge of my day. And then it tells you, why does that work? It emphasizes flexibility and lifestyle fit without making employment or income claims. So I thought this was really handy, instead of saying quit my job, say this. Instead of financial freedom, try this business has given me options I didn't have before. So that's helpful information, so you know that you're kind of following the guidelines. I can post all of these in our page, but this is the kind of stuff that I've just been copying off of the My Mary Kay Facebook page. So it just kind of helps you, because it is a little overwhelming to know what is okay, what's not okay. Some things I'm like, I thought this was okay. So I think the main thing is just, if you decide you're going to use social media at all, is to have a plan. And it's something you need to do consistently, because if you randomly post, you really don't get anywhere. You kind of have to create some kind of consistency so that people see you. Otherwise, they don't even see you. And I will say that, Mary Kay has that thing that we can use, the social media playbook. But, if we all post the same thing, social media playbook idea, then it's not as seen as if you change it up a little bit or go live, or whatever. So that's a thought too. And so I think these girls that have done it so well are really authentically them. They're just them. Like Brenda is all about educating. And so that's just who Brenda is. And so that's what she does when she gets on social media. So, I think the most important thing is to be who you are and to have some kind of plan for how you want to do it. And if you choose not to use social media, that's okay. But I feel like it is a part of what we do a little bit. And so I think it's helpful to just learn some things about it. So any thoughts, comments? Is this helpful to kind of go through this again?
I say it's another great week of unit training. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Well, I'm glad. I really like this focus tonight. Really
Okay. Okay, good. Well, I feel like it's not my strength, but I feel like it's something I'm trying to do better, and so I want to make sure that you guys have all the information you need for that. So I don't know. I keep saying, but I really am gonna practice more in my personal customer group, because I feel safer there than out in the world, and I'd really like to get more attention in there. And I think that I do kind of what you have, Dawn, where I have some automatic posts of pictures and things, but that's not creating enough, you know, people. I need something that's,
Interaction. It's
yeah,
not,
it's not
yeah.
creating interaction. And I think, like you, I have some great pictures and some great posts, but it's not creating interaction. So I need to do more to have videos and to ask them questions and to encourage them to comment and to like, so that I can get more interaction. And the other thing I've heard and I'm not good at is when someone does, yes. Okay, I was gonna see what Jody said here. I always like to think of it that I'm giving information but not stealing sales from other consultant customers. Yes, exactly. And I feel like that's why I get nervous about going live too, because I don't want my friends to think I'm just trying to sell Mary Kay all the time, because I am about giving good information, but I'm also limiting myself if I never say anything, you know? So, and because I only randomly do it, you know, it's not helping get very much traction. So I'm going to practice more in my group and see if I can get more traction there if I do more live videos and try to get some more interaction going. And so I'm going to try to come up with a system for that. I don't know exactly how that, but I'm going to try to really start that, especially through the holidays. I really want to do that, and try to think of it as giving information, but also what I offer, what I can offer them, especially since those people are already my customers. So, okay, any other thoughts, questions, comments? Okay, so while we're on here, so I don't forget, Stephanie, you can tell me no if you want to, but would you be interested in doing product knowledge again next week? Yes? Okay. Okay. You can pick whatever product you want. We've done, last week we did, oh yeah, I did the new under eye corrector again last week, and the week before Jody did it on the waterproof lip liners. So that's what we've done lately. So you can think about that, but I'll put you down for product knowledge for next week. I'm kind of trying to take turns with all of you. And it's good for us to hear from each other and not just always from me too. So, okay, so what I'm going to do, unless anyone has anything else, is I'm going to go ahead and end this so it'll record this as our meeting. And then I'm going to get back on at 7. Anyone that wants to get back on can, you don't have to, but I will record just a little short, probably 10 minutes on and show the new eye products and the new cheek products and the new lip products. And we'll do a little recording. And I'm going to actually take off my eye makeup I have on now and actually put some on of the 2 different looks. I'll probably put one on one eye and one on the other. And we'll talk about those a little bit and the cheek colors and the lips. And then I'll have that recorded. So if that's helpful to you to use for any of your customers, you can. Or you can look at it and go, oh, I could do this better. I'm going to record it or I'm going to do it myself on my own customer page or whatever you want to do. Sound like a plan?
Mhm.
Okay, anything else? Okay, next week is regular meeting and oh gosh, guys,
Bingo.
next week is bingo. I will get you guys the bingo links. I'm sorry, I didn't do that. Let me write myself a note right now so that you can share the bingo links with your people. I'll get that done. So you guys have all that so you can invite people and yeah, and we'll have bingo next week for sure. Okay, anything else?
Real quick, is anybody from down there going to the Kansas City Fall Retreat?
No.
Is Tanya going or no?
You know, Tanya was set to go, but
Oh.
I don't know yet. You know, after all that happened with her husband, I'm not sure. I'll go ahead and stop recording.